Can I go to the sleepover?
I want you to promise me something. If there's any drinking, I want you to say, "No thanks, not my thing."
I promise, Mom.
They really do hear you.
Did you pack your toothbrush?
For tips on how to start the talk, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
In northern Scott County, you'll find the city of Sadieville, and sitting right off of its main street, you'll find a decommissioned train caboose. Mayor Rob Wagner tells us what makes the city special and how a train car ended up right in the middle of it.
Well, I think Sadieville is very special to just this whole area. If you come into it, you'll learn that there is a loyalty to this community from the people who have lived here in the past that I really am being involved in a place. And I'm originally from Harrison County, from Cynthiana, and I lived in the county there before I moved here. But I learned of the loyalty with its residents. I mean, they just think it's the best thing since sliced bread, so to speak. And really, once you live here, you learn that, and it's something. It's a uniqueness of it. I can't really say it. It's just a small town atmosphere, and it lets you drive 25 minutes from Lexington, or 40 minutes from Cincinnati, or 10 minutes from Georgetown, and it puts you out in an area that just becomes simple. The old pavilion that's there now, or the pavilion now that's there now, was the old fire station. And it was when we went with the county fire department and all that years ago, that was before my time, they tore that down and they put up the pavilion, and it's been there since several. And there's an old caboose that was brought into the community after 1990. I don't know the specific date. However, it was brought in during the administration of Miss Diana Vest being mayor, and she was very much an advocate in getting that placed and getting it here, and I know the people have appreciated, and that is something that people find. It has a uniqueness because the railroad runs through the town, and the railroad was very big before and during the Civil War. And if you will stop and look and take the time to walk behind the caboose, okay, and the mural is on the wall, the mural, it's three-dimension because the caboose becomes the last car in the train. So it's kind of unique, and we've been really fun. So the caboose has been a big factor and a big drawer for us in the community, I think. You know, where City Hall is now used to be the old train station, and now it's utilized as City Hall. Well, people used to jump on this train and go to Cincinnati or go to Georgetown or go to Lexington, and it was very much a heartbeat for this community because it allowed people to do that. And then, so it was fortunate that when that no longer existed, that we were able to utilize the building and still create the interest in the train era of the town. The train car of the caboose becomes a little bit more important, it comes a little bit bigger gleam to the eye.
Every December, the Sadieville train car takes on another identity, the Polar Express.
Over the past years, we've had through the help of the Scott County Library, we've done the Polar Express read, and it kind of was pinned that name, I think, the Polar Express, because it was kind of the uniqueness of the caboose and it being read there. And so I think that allows us a certain, well, I guess like a better way to use it, uniqueness in just the community, not here in Sadieville, but as Scott County, that we do offer something that's very interesting, and people find a place it not only in the adults but in the children's lives. I think the Polar Express has become very synonymous with Sadieville. But I think with Polar Express, it allowed a little guy to find his bell, okay? He found his bell, and it made Christmas special to him. And so that's why I think with Sadieville and Christmas time, my big thing is I want the families of the community and in the area to find their bell and to be together, and so therefore I think the Polar Express probably fills a void of all of us, and it allows us to really realize this, as I talked earlier, the simplistic of what life is, as simple as a bell.
And Mayor Wagner has an open door policy for guests visiting the Polar Express.
You know, when we come to Sadieville, call City Hall. I would love to put you in the golf cart and take you for a ride around town and show you the community. And I think we have a uniqueness. We allow your busy life to stop and to start with your easy life at home. In the evenings, you go out, you see the stars, you hear, maybe you'll see someone with a fire pit burning in their backyard, you hear children laughing, you look up and you see the stars and you think, it gets no better than this. And of course, we also have the Polar Express.